What up, Benz gang? This your girl Queen Benz, and I'm back at it again with another YouTube video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. With that being said, based off the title of this video, we're going to talk about my experience at the hotel, the MEPS, and of course taking the Asvab. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is my experience with the Asvab. Let's just start off by saying, yes, I passed. I did it. Finally. I had scored a 42 on my Asvab. And for anyone that has been keeping up with my videos, the first time I took the Asvab was at school and I scored a 17. And then the next time I took the Asvab, I bombed it and I scored a 23. And now, currently, I scored a 42. Now, the Asvab has 10 parts on there. Now, the main parts that are on there is the main parts that will, determine whether you pass or fail is the arithmetic reasoning, the mathematical knowledge, the word knowledge, and the paragraph comprehension. Also, as I stated in my last video, now if y'all ain't seen that, y'all can go watch that for me. Believe me, you will not regret it. The Asvab score is based off of also the percentage of how well you did compared to everyone else that took it. One thing that I did not know at first is they have more than one type of Asvab test. So, example would be if you took the test type number 1, then that's what they keep track of, which obviously is how they're able to determine for when you have to do the confirmation test. And that's how they determine your score for the confirmation test, is based off the test type. So that's how they're able to know off the bat the questions you have been asked because of the test type you take. Which I feel dumb because I did not know that. I'm just now finding out. So even though that was, kind of obvious. Now, as far as the other tests, they're considered subtests, and they pretty much are graded to determine like the jobs that you're able to have when you get into the military. Now, I don't want to say everything because I'll be saying that a little later on in the video. I'm going to be showing y'all now a video of the entrance of the hotel, some clips, of me in the hallways, and of course my hotel room. Another thing I meant to show y'all is they got the whole hair dryer up in here. I didn't really use it because I didn't want to wash my hair like that. And also on top of that, this mirror comes up. That's our view. Now, when I got there, they had gave us a clipboard of like the rules that they wanted us to follow. Like, as an example, they had dinner from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. However, for us, we had to be in our rooms by 9:30. Now, they gave us a key. They gave us like a dinner card, more like an index card, but you get the just so that we can get our food. All of that was in like a small little envelope that had your door key number and the Wi-Fi. However, the Wi-Fi didn't really work too much for me, so I ain't even use it. I struggled to get connection. We also had a wake-up call where they would call you at 4:45 in the morning, where to wake you up so that you can immediately get dressed, get downstairs, eat your food so that you can be ready to go on the shuttle to go to MEPS. Now, of course, like the dinner food, it was pretty decent, and also well, I basically had like the meatloaf. I had mixed vegetables. What else was in there? And of course, I had me like some water and some tea. The breakfast was also pretty decent because like they had like a mixture of multiple different things. Like, let's say you're not a breakfast person, you'll just take a fruit cup instead of like the whole breakfast. They had that available for you versus just eating a full meal. But their food was pretty good. Overall, the hotel is really nice though. Like, it's a really nice spot. While I was, making a YouTube video in my room, because we have in our hotel room, we had like a safe, so we were able to put things in there. I wound up finding somebody's ID in there, and what I did was I went downstairs to the desk and gave it to them, because I would want them to do the same for me if my stuff got lost like that. So I just went down there and gave it to them. Anyways, while I was down there, I met 3 interesting people. Now, it was a mixture of different branches that we were joining, and we didn't even know each other, but we happened to strike up a conversation, like talk about life, what we plan on doing in the military, a whole lot of stuff. And of course, I had to mention, my YouTube. So if they are watching, I just want to say, hey, y'all. Also, before I went to bed, I had went to the gym that they had there and made sure I did some exercise before I went into my hotel room. Like, I stayed there literally until it was time for me. Like of course, I left minutes before, so that way I'll be there, because they want you in the room by 9:30. So I made sure I was in there. Now, they had a pool at their hotel. However, due to COVID, we weren't able to go swimming, sadly. But yep. Now I'm gonna go ahead and insert the clip of me in the gym, and also me going on a shuttle the next day. I'm currently working out before I go to bed. But yep, I'm here. I got MEPS tomorrow to go to. A mess. I know I look a mess currently, but I can say that I passed the Asvab. They changed the score, Instead of having to score 35, you have to score 26. And since they changed the score, I had scored a 42 in my AFQT, which since they changed it to 23, that makes me have 19 points over the amount that they needed me to score, which is almost at 20, because when you get 20 or higher, they make you take a confirmation test to make sure that that you actually took it and you weren't cheating or nothing like that, which I was 1 point away from doing that. But it's good I got in. That's all that matters, right? So tomorrow I will be going to MEPS. Now, as far as the MEPS experience, it was a really, really long process. And of course, you got the hearing, vision, urination test. PS, they literally watch you use the bathroom. They have to watch you to make sure that you're not doing anything sneaky and stuff like that. You also have the breathalyzer. You have the physical and the blood pressure to go through. They do serve you lunch as well, which is good. Now, as far as the shot situation, now I'm not know what's when it comes to shots and things like that. However, to be honest, the lady, like when she was doing my trying to draw my blood, like she started like flicking my arm so hard that joint hurt, and I wound up getting stuck twice with the needle. The first time I got stuck with the needle, I guess my vein had moved and they had to take it out and try all over again. So then another lady took over and she started like patting my arm, and then after a while, that's when it finally went in and it was able to draw my blood. Then of course, after everything was finished, I had to wait for my results, and I had passed the physical. So then I was able to move on to the next process and get my jobs, like pick out my jobs and stuff like that. Based off the jobs I had to choose from, I didn't really necessarily like the ones that was there given to me. However, they had saw some other jobs where like I was 3 points away from getting it. So they gave me a waiver to be able to have that job. So the first one I was going to get was the quartermaster. They literally called the person and asked, was that available for me? And the person said, yeah, but like a couple minutes later, it wasn't available no more, because there are people from like everywhere, all around the world that are trying to join. So like even like if I'm like the same exact day that I'm trying to join, somebody else is joining from a whole nother, probably another part of the world. So like the jobs do like disappear very rapidly, because they have, like I said, they have a lot of people from a lot of different places trying to apply for the same thing. It's like when they said it was like a job interview, they weren't lying, because it is like a job interview. Because you can have the job or somebody else might take it. But I had gotten a waiver because I was 3 points away from this job as well. So overall, like basically, like to cut the story short, sorry. My job that I got was the aviation maintenance administration man. Now, it took me a minute to remember that, because that's a long word, but that's the job I wound up getting. And a lot of people, like especially the recruiters and stuff like that, did say that I'm going to like that job better anyway. Speaking of the recruiters, I just wanted to give all of them, like everybody that was part of my journey, part of my process, I just want to give them a huge shout out and say thank you for all the guidance, the help, and the patience, of course. And of course, I cannot leave out my family and my friends. I want to thank y'all for staying with me throughout this whole process, not giving up on me, and realizing the potential that I had that I didn't realize that I had. Now, this is a bit off topic, of course, but inside of the MEPS station, there was this beautiful mural that I thought was so pretty. And of course, I just had to get me a picture. Now, I wasn't able to really take it myself because, of course, we couldn't have our phones out. However, I basically took it from the Facebook page that they had posted me on. Of course, speaking of the Facebook, I want y'all to go ahead and I want to say thank them for, posting me, of course. And I want y'all to go ahead and go show them some love on their Facebook and their Instagram page. And finally, the moment that we all been waiting for is, of course, me swearing in.
Group, attention. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
and that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders
and the orders
of the officers appointed over me,
of the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations
according to regulations
in the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You can place your arms down. All right, relax. Give yourselves a hand. Congratulations.
And of course, let me end this off with, some photos of me at the MEP station and stuff like that. I just want to say thanks for watching. Y'all go ahead and show me some love by hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing, commenting your thoughts down below. I love y'all. And I hope y'all are enjoying y'all's day, because I sure am. I love y'all. Peace.